Hey everybody, it's Ron from Pick Dawgz, and this is Ron's Rundown. We're going to go over the MLB games scheduled for Sunday, September 14th, 2025. If you like this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Put those baseball picks in the comments section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games I love the most, including my daily rundown best bet in Major League Baseball, as well as my NFL Game of the Week, you can find those at the Premium Picks tab at pickdawgz.com. There's also a link in the description. Alrighty, here we go. Here are the games for Sunday, Major League Baseball. First up, we've got an early start time between the Pirates and the Nationals. We've got Mike Burrows and Cade Cavalli as the starters. I've mentioned I really think Mike Burrows is an underrated option in this Pirates rotation, but my concern is the run support that he may not get in this game. Like we saw in the last start against the Orioles, 4 innings, 1 run, 6 strikeouts. Good performance from Burrows. Ended up being a 3-2 Orioles win in extra innings. And Cade Cavalli's pitched really well himself as of late. He's gotten that run support. The Nationals have won 4 of his last 5 games. They've scored 20 runs for him in his last 2 starts. And I think right now in the current state, the Nationals do have the superior offense. And while the Pirates may have the better starter by a small margin in the bullpen as well, I don't think it's enough of a difference with how poorly the Pirates have played on the road offensively. And their bullpen, honestly, recently blowing a lot of leads and to close games. I got to go with the Nationals in this one on the money line at home. Next up, we've got the Astros and the Braves. We've got Framber Valdez and Joey Wentz as the starters. 2 lefties on the mound. We've got Joey Wentz, who has really struggled as of late. He's given up 10 earned runs in his last 2 starts, 6 1/3 innings, 3 home runs. Those games were 4-3 and 18-2 Braves losses, and Wentz has given up now 4+ runs in 3 of his last 4 games. So even though Framber has struggled on the road this season and is not in a great second half of the year, I still think he's the better option in this game. I still trust the Astros lineup a little bit more against lefties right now as well. I think the Astros still have the better bullpen in this matchup, so I'm going to take the Astros on the money line on the road. Next up, we've got the Royals and the Phillies. We've got Noah Cameron and Aaron Nola as the starters. Nola definitely coming off his best start of the season. He was dominant against the New York Mets, a very tough lineup. They've been one of the better offenses in the National League in the second half of the year. He went 6 innings of scoreless baseball, 7 strikeouts in a 1-0 Phillies win. The Royals have not a great offense, and Aaron Nola has struggled, but even still, the Phillies have won 4 of his last 5 games. They've been able to back him up. They have one of the better offenses in the league. Noah Cameron, a lefty facing a Phillies team. It's really improved against lefties in September and really in the last 30 days. Top 10 in team OPS. I think they get to Cameron. I don't think the Royals have the answers to back him up. Give me Philadelphia on the money line and run line. Next up, we've got the Orioles and the Blue Jays. Still waiting for a starter for Baltimore. We should see Shane Bieber going for Toronto. I think Bieber's pitched well so far as a member of the Blue Jays. Of course, coming back from a significant injury, had a good amount of rehab starts in the minor leagues. Last couple of games, giving up 8 earned runs in 11 2/3. Not great on paper, but I really do think that Bieber was a little bit unfortunate in those 2 starts. He just gave up the 1 home run in those 2 games combined, had 10 strikeouts. The control was pretty good. I think he has given up a lot of weak contact base hits and some extra base hits as well, but I still think that Bieber is a good option. I honestly think he's the best option in this Blue Jays rotation going into the postseason. He's the guy I would give the game 1 start to in a playoff series, honestly, and I think that he pitches well enough in this game for the Blue Jays to win and cover the run line at Rogers Center. Next up, we've got the White Sox and the Guardians. We got Yoendrys Gomez and Slade Cecconi as the starters. I know Cecconi pitched really well in his last game, 8 innings of shutout baseball, but before that he gave up 7 earned runs to the Red Sox. He's been very inconsistent in 2025. There's a reason his ERA is in the mid-4s, and he has struggled in day games where we find him in this spot with an ERA just below 6. I'm going to side with the White Sox in this game. They were able to get to Cecconi earlier in the season. It was not too long ago. It was August 10th, so about a month ago. 3 innings, 8 base hits, 5 earned runs, a couple of home runs. It was a 6-4 White Sox win. I'm not the biggest Yoendrys Gomez fan, but I think he'll be good enough. I think the White Sox have the better lineup right now, so I'll take them at a pretty good price here on the money line. Next up, we've got the Tigers and the Marlins. We've got Casey Mize and Adam Mazur as the starters. I don't think Mazur is a viable MLB option right now. He struggled in the minor leagues this year. He's got an ERA above 6 at the major league level. Last 2 games, both against the Nationals, 10 1/3, 18 base hits, 8 earned runs, 11 total runs, so a lot of unearned runs, and 3 bombs to go with it. And I think the Tigers could certainly get to him for a few runs early, add a few runs on this Marlins bullpen. Talked about Casey Mize in the second half of the season. It's the Tigers have won a lot of his games, and he's missed some bats recently. 8 strikeouts his last game against the Yankees, but still 2 more home runs given up. A lot of sharp contact conceded by Mize in the second half of the year. I think the Marlins can add a few runs off him, and we go over the total in Tigers-Marlins. Next up, we've got the Rangers and the Mets. We've got Jacob Latz and Nolan McLean as the starters. Jacob Latz has mostly been featured as a reliever this year, but he's had 3 straight starts now for the Rangers, and he's pitched well in those games. 2 runs or fewer in those 3 starts, with the Rangers winning 2 of those 3. The problem is the Mets have hit lefties very well in the last month, and Nolan McLean's been their best starting pitcher in the last month as well. His first 5 games at the major league level, 31 2/3, 33 strikeouts, only 1 home run given up, and a sub 1.5 ERA, sub 1 whip as well. I got to roll with the Mets in this game on the money line at Citi Field. Next up, we've got the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Minnesota Twins. We got Nabil Crismatt and Bailey Ober as the starters. I know Ober pitched well in his last game. It was a bounce-back start for him against the Royals, 5 1/3 of 1-run, 6-strikeout baseball. But I think this is a much tougher matchup against Arizona. And overall, Ober has still really struggled this season with an ERA above 5, and he's not really been that great in the last month either. Crismatt did struggle a bit in his last start against the Giants, but honestly, the Giants have been one of the hottest lineups in baseball, especially at that time, and I think that Crismatt has overall pitched well for Arizona in this rotation. 25 innings with a sub-4 ERA. They have won a majority of his starts. They've won 3 of his last 4 games. I think the Diamondbacks back him up offensively, and I'm going to take Arizona on the money line. Next up, we've got the Tampa Bay Rays taking on the Chicago Cubs. We've got Adrian Hauser and Shota Imanaga as the starters. Imanaga's last 2 games, his first 2 starts of September, 12 innings, 6 runs, 3 home runs. Definitely not the best work for Imanaga, but still were both quality starts. And if you can go 6 innings, 3 runs, you usually give your team a pretty good chance to win the ball game, especially a team like the Cubs. And he's been very consistent for Chicago. 10 of his last 12 starts have been quality starts, 7 straight as well. Had a great month of August with a 2.65 ERA. You're facing a Rays team. It's not been great against lefties in the last 30 days. Adrian Hauser, while the Rays have backed him up recently, has still given up 7 earned runs his last 2 starts combined. I think the Cubs win this game behind Imanaga. Another quality start for him. Give me Chicago on the money line, maybe even the run line as well. Next up, we've got the Dodgers and the Giants. We got a great pitching matchup here. Tyler Glasnow and Logan Webb, and I think we see a low-scoring pitchers duel at a pitcher-friendly ballpark. Logan Webb is in great form right now, especially, he's definitely picked the right time as the Giants make their playoff push, and Tyler Glasnow has been excellent for LA. Both of these guys have given up 3 runs or fewer in 5 straight games, usually pitching deeper into ball games. More recently for Glasnow, 7+ innings his last 2 starts, and I think we see a low-scoring game. Give me the under. Next up, we've got the Reds and the Athletics. We've got Nick Lodolo and Luis Morales as the starters. Morales struggled in his last game. It was really his first bad start at the major league level this year, but I think he bounces back. I still think that he is one of the better pitching prospects for the A's for good reason. Great strikeout stuff, a lot of upside to his game. His control's been a lot better after those early start struggles with the walks and hit by pitches, and I think that, facing a Reds team, and I still don't think is great offensively against righties, I think this is a good spot to bounce back for Morales. I think he gets the run support this time against a lefty in Lodolo who's pitched well. He's pitched well on the road, but the A's have crushed left-handed pitching in the second half of the year and in the last 30 days. Top 10 in OPS and ISO. I'm going to roll with the Athletics in this one on the money line. Next up, we've got the Angels and the Mariners. We've got no official starter right now for the Halos. We should see George Kirby going for Seattle. He's faced the Angels twice this year. He's got excellent numbers, 13 innings, a 2.7 ERA, 2-0 with 23 strikeouts in those 13 innings, and a 159 opponent's batting average. The Angels, we talked about, their strikeout rate against right-handed pitching is through the roof in the last 30 days, and I think Kirby matches up really well, especially at T-Mobile Park. I'm going to side with the Mariners in this one on the run line. Next up, we've got the Rockies and the Padres. We've got German Marquez and Yu Darvish as the starters. Marquez has really struggled in September and at the end of August as well. His last game was against the Dodgers. 5 earned runs in 5 innings, 2 home runs to go with it. The Rockies have lost a lot of his games recently and by crooked final scores. 7-2, 10-8 was the closest one, but 11-7 and 7-1 in those last 4 games. I know Darvish has been inconsistent and has honestly struggled in 2025, but this Rockies offense has just not been there on this road trip consistently, and I think that Darvish could put together a quality start and get the Padres the win and the run line cover. There's no value in a game like this with San Diego as a giant favorite, but I'll lay the 2.5 runs with San Diego. And the final game we're to talk about for the Sunday card in Major League Baseball, it's the Red Sox and the Yankees. We've got Will Warren and Garrett Crochet as the starters. Now, Warren has pitched pretty well so far as in this Yankees rotation, but I see some significant regression concerns in his game, and he's not pitched well on the road. He's got an ERA above 5 on the road this season, up against Garrett Crochet, the ace of this Red Sox rotation, one of the best pitchers in the American League. He had a really tough matchup his last game against the Athletics in Sacramento. Very tough place to pitch. A's are crushing lefties like we talked about earlier. He went 7 innings of scoreless baseball, 10 strikeouts, no walks. So while he struggled against the Guardians in the previous start, and that was his last Fenway outing, I still think he's the much better option in this game. The Yankees are not an easy matchup either. They've hit lefties quite well, but I think the Red Sox get to Warren early and often. I think the Red Sox walk away with the win and potentially the run line cover. And that's it. Those are the games for Sunday in baseball. Hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at the Premium Picks tab at pickdawgz.com, and there is a link in the description. As always, this is Ron Romanelli. Good luck.